Hello, I've got Pat Dryden with me this morning. Pat is a trustee of Llanwrtyd Community Transport Scheme. Llanwrtyd Community Transport Scheme were recently in receipt of a social value moving forward funding to develop the shopper bus to help people in the Llanwrtyd and some of those outlying communities with their shopping. Quite difficult at the moment due to COVID restrictions. So the Llanwrtyd Community Transport volunteers are actually going to the shops, purchasing the food and then distributing it to those members of the community, which is a very valued service. So, so Pat, over to you really. Tell us a little bit more about Llanwrtyd Community Transport and its work.
Okay, thank you, Tim. Well, Llanwrtyd Wales Community Transport was set up in 2002, really to address the needs of local people of all age groups to travel, because there was no public transport bus at that time. There was only the Heart of Wales, train line, which wasn't really, you couldn't get where you wanted to get on that sort of thing. The organisation very quickly realised that with a few grants available to subsidise the journeys, it would be too expensive for most people to afford. So they moved into event recycling and waste management, and have covered many events at the Royal Welsh Showground and other venues. They also contracted for school transport, which again helps to subsidise the other services that we provide. We are now running weekly shopper buses to different supermarkets, have a twice-weekly coffee club, a monthly social outing, but unfortunately these are on hold due to COVID-19. We have a volunteer driver scheme for passengers needing to go to medical appointments or to visit family, etc. And our volunteers have been invaluable during these last few months, in particular where they've collected prescriptions, shopping, pre-ordered takeaway food, etc. And as you know, our latest venture, which is very exciting for us, is the shopping bus, where members will phone or email their order through to us, and we will collate all that, and we can do several people shopping at once and then deliver it to their door.
Okay, that sounds great. So, Pat, you're a trustee of the Llanwrtyd Community Transport Scheme. Why did you become a trustee? What attracted you to that role?
Well, I began working with them in February 2019 as they were advertising for someone to do admin work. I went along for an interview and came away being tasked with many things: a monthly newsletter, the website and Facebook, updating all that, upgrading all the leaflets for the things that they did provide at that time, which we don't provide now. So it was all very interesting. And then in August of that year, last year, 2019, at the AGM, I was invited to become a company director.
Okay, so that's a voluntary role. So tell us about some of the things that you do as a trustee, company director. What activities you take?
Okay, well, it involves all the things that I was doing previously, like, I've been doing the website and the Facebook page. I'm certainly still doing the monthly newsletter, which I love doing. It's also about keeping abreast of the finances, ensuring that policies and procedures are up to date. I'm just writing policies and procedures at the moment, making decisions on the way forward, being responsible for ensuring we're acting legally and in the best interests of all our members and the company as a whole.
So it's all about good governance.
It is, absolutely.
Okay, so what do you get out of that? What do you get some satisfaction out of being a trustee, a company director?
I do actually, yes. I enjoy meeting people. It gives me an opportunity to put something back into the community that welcomed me to Wales in 2005. I used to be town clerk for Llanwrtyd Wales, so I've done various jobs around the area. I've worked in HR at Broncleys Hospital. So it's given me an opportunity to put something back. It really has, and I enjoy researching the information for the newsletters, because of course with the COVID we've not got so many services going now, so I tend to fill it with stories and poems and things like that. So, and I like to help organise outings or anything like that, the Christmas stuff, which we're not going to be able to do this year probably, but last year we went to the Kyberries, so things like that. I love doing those. Yes.
So do you think, you talked about your sort of professional life. Do you think some of those skills that you utilise in your professional life, you've been able to use to good use as being a trustee, company director?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, I was, before I came here, I was a manager for Aged Concern in Rotherham for just over 20 years, managing 400 daycare places a week. So I was line managing a lot of staff. And as I say, the HR stuff that I've learned there, and also working for the health board, has been very, very valuable.
Okay. Is there anything that you'd like to share with us, to potential trustees that are watching this clip and thinking, well, that's something that would be of interest to me? Anything else that is relevant that you think that you could share with us?
Well, I think the thing is that the last few months have been extremely difficult for us, as it has been for everybody else. But also during this time, we've actually moved premises. We've cut a lot of dead wood. We're now focusing more on the services that are needed, that our members want us to provide. We're far more professional now than we were, and we've got a completely new management team. We are certainly looking for directors, trustees, whatever you want to call them, makes no difference. We're certainly looking for new people as well. I'd just like to say a huge big thank you to all my colleagues and to all the volunteers and staff for helping us through this difficult time. And I'd also like to add that we would not have been able to continue our services without the support from Parvo and the CSERT funding, which is also where the money for the shopping bus came from. So many thanks to Parvo and other grant givers. You've helped us to make a difference.